Sam has been on this show talking about tomorrow's election in which Cuomo the Lesser very well may be embarrassed, to say the least. What do you think about that, Michael Brooks?
I think he's going to be embarrassed, and I think he's already been embarrassed.
Because, see, his challenger, Zephyr Teachout, and her running mate, Tim Wu, are really sending his campaign, Andrew Cuomo's campaign, into sort of a what's the word I'm looking for?
A lame spin.
Yes, thank you. That's much better than I was even thinking.
A pathetic
yes.
spin.
To the point where, at a Labor Day parade just this past week, where many elected officials and candidates in New York, the New York City area, showed up to march in, Cuomo was getting ready to lead the march, and Zephyr Teachout happened to be right there, and she thought, this might be a good time to go over to Andrew Cuomo and just say hello, how are you, good luck on Tuesday. And, I guess if you were a grown-up, a mature adult, and you were the governor of New York, and whether or not you thought you would win or not, but especially if you thought you would win, you're going to win, you would say, let me indulge them, be a respectable human being, and say, hi, how are you? Same to you. See you around. Good luck to you, too. That didn't happen. Because what happened is much, much funnier. And this comes thanks to NewYorkTrue.com. I will give you a play-by-play because about the first 30 seconds of this minute-long clip, you really got to see it to know what's happening. There's not much audio. But then it gets really good audio-wise. You can see the clip. We'll put it up on our YouTube as part of this segment.
Hi, how are you doing? Good, how are you?
All right, so there's Zephyr Teachout.
Please, 2 steps back, everybody.
And
please.
She's now standing directly in front of Andrew Cuomo.
Just 2 steps back.
And there's this guy standing between her and Cuomo. And this, pretty sure this guy's trying to stop her from getting over to Cuomo. She goes around, and the guy shows up on the other side to block her again. Here we go. Listen to Cuomo here.
Where's Mayor Bill de Blasio? Where's the mayor when you need him? We need the mayor. Where's the mayor? Come in here. Let's quit. Okay, let's go. Let's back up.
So Cuomo turned away from her. So Cuomo turns away from Zephyr Teachout. After she's on one side first. This guy is clearly blocking her from getting to Cuomo. She goes around to go onto the other side to try to get to Cuomo. That guy suddenly appears there between her and Cuomo again. And then Cuomo, I guess, sensing maybe she's going to make it to me, all of a sudden turns around and just starts screaming, hey, where's the mayor?
Where's Bill de Blasio?
Where's Bill de Blasio?
Hickory dickory dock.
Yeah, I guess Andrew Dice.
Where's Bill de Blasio when Zephyr Teachout's on my block?
You know exactly what he's doing because this is one of the oldest things people do. I mean, you do this in high school when you see someone you're having drama with in the hallways and you don't want to deal with it. You do this maybe when you run into an ex or something on the train in the subways of Manhattan or something. You see someone you don't want to interact with, you quickly make a spectacle turning to somebody or someone you know, whether you really know them or not, and just be as loud as possible to make that person you don't want to interact with seem like, I can't get to them, they're busy right now. Oh, hey, where's the mayor? Where's Bill de Blasio? Oh, that is just, my God. I mean, if there's just another reason.
If that didn't convince you.
I mean, if of all the reasons to not like Cuomo,
if
you needed one more, if the Coke money wasn't enough, if the money from the Koch brothers wasn't enough, he got donations. He got money from them.
Is that true?
Yes, I believe that. I'm pretty sure
he's certainly got plenty of plutocrat money.
I mean, if all those reasons, if the Moreland
Commission
wasn't enough to push you over the edge, you know, then here you go. I think this should do it.
I just
don't you at least want a governor who stands up proudly and goes, hello, pleased to meet you. There's another video, you could go to NewYorkTrue.com and see it, where Tim Wu at this same parade attempts to meet with him. And he actually, I guess because that guy blocking Zephyr Teachout didn't know who Tim Wu was, because Tim Wu literally stands right in front of Cuomo face to face. And like there's an awkward like couple of moments where like they're just staring at each other. And Cuomo isn't sure if he should say anything. And then Tim Wu's just like, "Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Tim Wu. Good luck on Tuesday." And Cuomo is just like staring at him. And then he just like raises his hands to shake his hands, I guess, because he realized that's the only way he's going to get.
I think what's fascinating about it, though, is like, to contrast actually, and this is, please, like, save the IMs and the emails. This is all just optics. The contrast between Chris Christie is kind of amazing. Because Chris Christie is like anybody. Like, I mean, look, he's a bully and a schmuck, and he focuses attention on teachers and people like that. But by that same token, I just cannot picture Chris Christie not, I mean, frankly, at the very least, be like, "Oh, it's everything. Go screw yourself, lady. Like, you don't know anything." I mean, the thing with...
Your last name's Teachout. I don't know. I already don't like you.
Yeah, I think the thing with Cuomo is like what's really showing him is that he's just so, I mean, and he's built this whole rep that he's like this brutal and efficient thing, and it's all come crumbling in the last year or so, right? Like,
I mean, even
and people never really had love for him, and but he was relatively popular, and it's all come crumbling down because people are starting to see who he is and what he's really about, and it is amazing. He just is unable to deal.
I mean, even the thing I could think of off the top of my head, like his big crowning achievement in New York to me, would be his push for gay marriage. Yeah, sure. Marriage equality. However, even that, though, the stories on what finally got him to do it, his wife practically begging him, "My brother's gay. Please, come on. I want him to..."
Well, and the other big thing about Cuomo, if you want to talk about his full... Ed Koch, who... I mean, Ed Koch is not exactly my favorite. But when... By any stretch of the imagination. But during a race between Mario, Cuomo the better... and Andrew Cuomo, there were these signs that went around called, I think it was I don't remember how it went, but it was like "Vote for Mario, not the fag" or something. And it is pretty accepted in political lore, and certainly Ed Koch thought that Andrew was behind those posters. So even there, and look, whatever, he's running a race in the early 80s, late 70s. I get it. I'm not, I have my cynicism like everybody else, but I don't think that there is anything that this guy has done, including the good stuff like marriage equality or gun control, that really do. I mean, he's a very hollow politician, and he can't even shake hands. I mean, but we already knew all that.
Yeah,
we didn't know that he was so insulated and so odd that he literally could not shake hands with this person. Yeah. I mean, that's just weird.
It is weird.